Now, let's recap a bit the compound interest compound interest formula. So it's A is equal to P times 1 plus R power of n. And so in this formula, P is the initial investment. A is what we get at the end of the investment. Then R is the interest rate in percent, but as a decimal, so it's written as a decimal. So that means that 5%, for example, would be 0.05. And interest rate in percent, and also it's per period. Important. And n is the number of periods. Right. So say, for example, if I invest $1,000 at say 10% per year, compounded quarterly, let's do this, make it 12% compounded quarterly, and I want to know how much money I get at the end of 3 years. So right, so it's 12% per year. So therefore here we're dealing with quarterly, so that means that we need to divide by 4, so that's 3% per quarter. Important. So therefore we apply the formula. It's A equal 1,000 times 1 plus 3%, that's 0.03. And how many periods are there? Well, there are 3 years, but we are talking in periods, in quarters, sorry. So, yep, so that many periods is that? That's 3 times 4, 12 periods. So that's power of 12. So if we plug that in the calculator, we get 1.03 power of 12 equal times 1,000. So that's 1,026 approximately dollars. Right. Okay. Now let's apply that to other situation, and we are going to use what we have done particularly with geometric series. Say we are in a situation where you are making a contribution to investment over a period of time, and it says the first year you put a deposit of 500, and at the end of the first year you put another 500, and then another 500 a year after, so that's 1 year, and so on. Let's say for okay, well, it's going to make 10 investment, 10 successive investment. And what's the interest rate? The interest rate, say 8% per year. Okay, so how much do we get there? The last one. Okay, so what we get there, which I'm going to call A. A is made of what? A is made of this first 500, which runs over 10 periods, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it's 500 times 1 plus, well, the interest rate is 0.08, and it traced over 10 periods. Okay, so that's for this first one. Then there is this one, the blue one here. And the blue one, well, that's pretty much the same, except that it doesn't run over 10 periods, but it runs over 9 periods. And then there is the green one. And the green one, well, interest of same, but instead of running over 9 periods, it runs over 8 periods, and so on, until the very last one, the black one, which runs over only 1 period, so it's 1.08. Right, phew. That's a long calculation, but we can simplify it. So, well, first I can rewrite it as 500 times 1.08 power of 10 plus 500 times 1.08 power of 9 plus 500, and the last one is 500 times 1.08. So I can do a bit of factorization there. So it's 500 times 1.08 factor 1.08 power of 9 plus 1.08 power of 8 plus plus 1, which actually I can rewrite as A equal, so 500 times 1.08. I'm going to move the 1 at the front, so 1 plus 1.08 plus 1.08 power of 2 plus plus, and the last term is 1.08 power of 9. Now, very good. How can I calculate that? Well, I recognize this is a geometric series, which first term is 1, and the common ratio is 1.08. So therefore, the sum of this series is equal to 1.08 power of n. So n here, so it's 9 plus 1, so because there are 10 terms, minus 1 over 1.08 minus 1. Because as you remember, Sn, such a series, the sum is r power of n minus 1 over r minus 1. Right. So, okay, so therefore A is equal to 500 times 1.08 times 1.08 power of 10 minus 1 over 1.08 minus 1, so it's 0.08. Which, if I plug that in the calculator, I get I get 7,822.74 cents. Okay, so you see the application of geometric series to this financial problem. Now let's do another one. Now, your employers give you two possible different salary packages. So there is package 1, in which you have a raise of 1,300 per year for 5 years. And then the package 2, you have a raise of $100 per month for 5 years. So, right, which one gives you the best salary? So say, okay, so you start at the starting salary is P. So so what is the salary after 5 years for package 1? Well, that would be So that would be P plus 5 times 1,300, which is P plus 5 times 13, 6,500. Whereas for package 2, you have P plus 5 times 12 times 100, which therefore would be P plus 6,000. So clearly package 1 is the best. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll stop there.